What's up, guys? My name is Adriel Rivera, and I make music in my shed. Joined with me today is somebody else who also makes music in my shed. Minecraft speedrunner and rapper, James Pres Washington.
It's true, guys. I found diamonds in I think it was like 15 seconds last time.
Really? And then you slayed the Ender Dragon like 16 seconds in, so like 1 second after that?
I mean, it's easy, bro. It's easy. And I got the best team, man. I got the best team. So shout out my team, Jake, Josh, Ted, y'all my boys.
And today, we are going to be going over the production of my latest single, Back in My Heart. Are you back in my heart?
I hope so. Because if you made this song about me, I'd feel hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's all about you, bro. Like this whole thing is about is you specifically. Like I was like, I remember the time Pres did that thing.
Yeah.
And it hurt me. So that's why I wrote the song.
I would never intentionally hurt you, bro.
Well, I would with this song.
Yeah, I mean, you hurt me, bro. But it's okay.
You want to listen to the song that hurt you so bad?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, let's give it a listen.
There it is.
Here you go, guys. That's the song, guys. All right, my bad. Let's start it over again. Forget about it, bro. Forget about it.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Don't you hear how much this song was about you?
Yeah, it hurts, bro.
Yeah.
It hurts. Every time I listen to it, I just, tears.
Yeah, like the one part where I said, ooh.
It hit home.
Yeah.
It hit home. You be saying ooh a lot. Apparently.
Apparently I do, yeah. But this was because I wanted to say it because of you.
It's a different type of ooh.
It was a different type
Not
of
the
ooh.
ooh from the last time.
Right. It's like a ooh, like a, you hurt me kind of thing, so I want to hurt you. Ooh. But yeah, so that's the song.
There she is.
You know what I'm gonna say about the song?
What are you gonna say?
I love it. I love the song.
What? I would have never thought you'd say that. What?
I love the song. And so this is a song though that like I sat on for a little bit, and low key is because I was kind of scared. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of scared to finish it. was kind of scared to finish it.
Why is that, Adriel?
The reason why is because when I did a demo test audience, right? Demo test audience, poor reviews in the demo test audience. But it's also because the biggest reason why is because of the way that I mixed it.
Yeah.
You know, I know I showed you, I showed Connor, I showed my dad, you know, and like, you know, all around, like there's potential, but it wasn't there. And I was like, oh man. So like finishing it was scary because it's like, if I finish it and I make it sound good, what if it's just a bad song?
Yeah.
You know, luckily, like, and once I did, like, you know, re-record, mix, things like that, showed my dad. And my dad was like, this is a winner. He went from like, I can't finish listening to the song to being, this is a winner.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah. So I'm glad about that. And obviously, like, you know, we talked about it before, where it's like, it comes down to, when it comes down to it, if I like the song, you know, that's what really matters, you know, because it's my music, it's my art. And then like when you make songs that you like, that's how you build your sound, you know? And so obviously, like, you know, I like the song, but at the same time too, as an artist and releasing music on a monthly consistent basis, you still want to make music that people are going to like and vibe with. And so it's like, you know, I like, as much as I like the music that I put out, I also want to make sure that other people are going to like it as well, you know? And so now that I've redone it, finish it, it's cool. Like, it's pretty good. Good.
Yeah.
You know? And so, oh shoot. There's like a little metal on the mic stand. My bad. Let's break. What?
I just want to say, real quick, I want to say, I think that perspective is like extremely valid, especially as you're trying, like as somebody who's trying to make a living out of this and is like trying to make this their full-time income. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think having that perspective of like, hey guys, I do also want people to like it makes like total sense. You
Exactly.
know, like
Yeah.
in the future when you're monetarily like stable and everything, like, you know, do all of your crazy experiments, and like if it's getting bad reviews but like you still like it, go ahead and put it out, because who cares? But like, right now, like, fam, gotta get it cracking.
Gotta lock in.
I do want people to like it.
You gotta lock in. You gotta lock in on this.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. Let's break down the production of the song. First, we'll start off with the drums, and you can see this. We're doing it a little differently. I exported the stems of this song so that I can show you the stems in each individual part of the song, which is what I already do. But I used to show you the project files. I'm changing it up a little bit because one, doing stems is easier on my computer CPU. I'm able to load things a lot better, smoother, better quality. Two, it's easier to organize, you know. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that these podcasts are as concise and entertaining for you guys as possible. And so we're doing it this way. And you're still going to get the value of what we've been bringing before. So we're going to start off with the drums. Let's get a little listen to this. Good old standard drum loop going on. And by loop, I mean like I made this loop, but like, yeah, nothing crazy. But what I do like about these drums is when we get into the chorus and like the transitions, we have toms coming in. And I think it's pretty cool.
Bro, you always be having them tom transitions and they slap.
Thank you.
Like when you throw those in there, so excited, man. I love it every time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But another thing that I did with these tom transitions is that in the middle of the chorus, you give it this some extra energy. There's like this tom that comes in. Well, it's like what I have already, but then we have just like a massive boom hit type of vibe going on. So if you listen to this,
oh, that one hit me in the chest, man.
On God. So that's what we got going on for the drums. And so after that, what else do we have here? This is an E-piano plus a synth that I made using Serum. And this is not something that I usually do, but it worked out really well here. So these are two different plugins, two different like individual sounds that I'm playing at the exact same time as to make one sound, one instrument, you know. And so it's an E-piano from Atmosphere or Keyscape, one of the two, and then a synth that I made using Serum, and I have them layered on top of each other so that there's like this E-piano crystallized like hit kind of going on. But then the synth gives it more of a reverbish, like wider sound.
Yeah.
So you can hear like the tail, that's from the synth. But then that initial hit, like that glittery sound,
Yeah.
that's the E piano.
What's an E piano?
Electric piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's what I figured it was.
Yeah,
But there we
yeah.
go.
So yeah, there's that. Then after that, we got the bass line, which I recorded with my electric bass, and it's got a good groove to it. And so that's for the verses. For the chorus, we have a different type of pattern going on for the bass line. Still using the same notes, but just playing it a little differently. As well as I have I forget what note. I don't know what note I'm playing, I'll be honest with you. But I do have it going from the lower octave to the upper octave really like within like a short time frame. So I feel like it has such a cool sound to it, especially in the chorus. Right there. You know, and so like nice. It switches up a little bit. And you can also hear too that there's some parts of the song where I add some stereo separation to the bass line so that it's not just completely mono. Typically you don't want to do that for basses because like since they're such lower sub frequencies, you typically keep it mono. That's just like the general rule. Why is it that way? It's from what I understand, I think it's because like with those lower frequencies, and if you have it in mono, they can clash with each other and kind of almost like phase. They can phase in and out, and so then you have like, you know how noise canceling headphones work?
Yeah.
So
well, tell the people that don't know.
Yeah. So noise canceling headphones, they work in the way where like, okay, so if this is a sound wave, and you're like going up and down, right? You know your amplitude going up and down. Noise canceling headphones will take the exact same sound wave, but flip the amplitude, because what happens is that let's say your amplitude, let's add some numbers to this. Your amplitude is like 1. If you flip it down to -1, -1 plus 1,
it's 0.
Exactly. And so that's how you get noise cancellation. Boom. Educational podcast here. So the bass line, or when it comes to bass lines, that's, I think I'm pretty positive is one of the reasons why you want to have it in mono, because bass frequencies are just so long and like and just like as opposed to higher frequencies, bass frequencies have a wider, longer amplitude because they're lower, like, you know, in frequency. And so you typically want to mono it, right? And so I keep the sub frequencies mono, but since basses like electric basses have a little higher frequencies like in the timbre as well to give it that sharper distorted sound.
Yeah.
I wanted to stereoize that portion of the bass so that it feels wider and fuller, especially in the chorus.
Makes sense to me.
Right. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And so after that we have this saw synth playing. And what I like about this saw synth, like, okay, so I'll play it for the chorus section right here. You'll hear it's got a nice sharper sound to it, you know, a little like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's a whimsical sound almost. I feel like when I hear it, I'm imagining a circus. I don't know why. But yeah, anyway, so there's that. But a cool thing about the synth is that when it goes into the chorus, we have a filter that sweeps it because it starts playing within the verse and then it gets swept into the chorus and just like slowly reveals itself. Boom.
Boom.
So there's that.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And since we've already like, you know, established a few of these sounds, let's play them together a little bit just so that you can get an idea of where we're at. So got the drums, got the bass, E piano and stuff, and saw synth.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Thank you, man.
I like the chorus instrumentation a lot.
Thank you. Vibes all around. On top of that, within the chorus, we have something called a Wurlitzer. Wurlitzer is like another, I don't know if you know what a Rhodes piano is or like Rhodes keyboard.
Yeah.
Wurlitzer is like the same kind of vibe. I don't know too much about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I just know that when I use Keyscape, it looks like a Rhodes piano,
Yeah.
and it sounds, in my opinion, better than Rhodes piano. So I like using it,
There you go.
and so that's a Wurlitzer going on right here. And you can hear with everything, like there is like a side chain sound to it, like
Yeah.
kind of goes in and out, like with the volume. And a lot of the reason why is because obviously you have that consistent kick going, do do. But I don't know. I really like that sound. I tend to use it a lot in a lot of production.
Yeah.
And so like this whole song has a lot of that. But I think it adds to the like movement of the song, the groove of it.
Yeah.
And so after that, we have this synth plug that happens in the second half of the chorus, right? So if we go back to what we got so far, right? This is what we have for the chorus. That all the elements that I have just shown you consistently go out through the entire chorus, except for this synth plug and a few other parts to emphasize that second half, right? And so you'll hear this. And it just gives it more space, makes it feel wider.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I had to take a little burp, but
All good, bro.
but makes it feel wider, and it just makes it sound eerie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's like I feel like is a big vibe with the song. Very villain mode, you know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So there's that. And then on top of that too, like I said, we have another thing going on in the second half of the chorus, which is this I call it trumpet synth, right? Hold on, give me 1 second, cause yeah. Right, we're good. So this trumpet synth, it's like a trumpet. What do you call it? It's just a trumpet plugin, I guess.
Yeah.
It's FL Studio's Flex plugin. They have like a trumpet preset on there, and I just added some effects to it using this other plugin called Shaperbox to give it this like wow kind of sound. You'll hear it right here. And then you combine that with everything else, and it just, again, like adds to the movement, because this trumpet sound is on the offbeat of the entire chorus, right? So and then yeah, so there's just a lot of movement in there.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Thank
nice.
you, thank you, man, thank you. And so that's the instrumentation of the chorus. There's a few parts in the verses as well, and like just other small elements within the song that kind of just add a little more of an extra touch to it. One of the parts is this piano that happens within the second verse. And again, I like to just add little parts to spice things up within the song so it's not the same all the time.
I really like that part.
Yeah.
I really like that piano in there.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I think it's something I remember when I was producing this a few months ago. Like I had thought of that in my head. I was like, I think this would sound really good. And when I executed on it, it was like, bro's a genius.
The best feeling, bro. The best feeling.
Yeah, it's like it came together so well, especially the timbre of the piano. Like specifically that piano sound,
Yeah.
like it hit the mark on like how it just adds to the song.
Yeah.
So after that, in this bridge section as well, I have this little I called it a glitter pad. I basically made another synth in Serum and then just with the chords had it just constantly tapping the notes of the chords as they played, and so you'll hear right here it's like it sounds very like spacey and glittery. Like I imagine like falling glitter with that,
I mean, real. Yeah.
right? Like that's right.
Yeah. No, I see that too.
Yeah, and so like this is how it sounds like with the entire or with the section that it's in the bridge. And then finally, we got these little, the producer tag, obviously much needed, as well as this phone sound effect. And then that phone sound effect again at the end.
I love that kind of stuff, man.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was great. And the reason why too that added the phone sound effect is because like first lyric that I say is like, "Don't call me baby," right? Which you could take it in two ways. It's like, "Don't call me," as like, "Don't call me on the phone." But the way that I meant to like write it was like, which we could talk about this in the lyrics I guess more. But it's like, "Don't call me baby," like stop calling me
That's crazy.
this name, like because yeah, right. So, boom. And yeah, so that's the production. Let's go into the vocals a little bit. There are a few things that I think are really neat in the vocal recordings. Specifically, we'll start off with the chorus because I think that's one of the more obvious things. It's like I have like two kind of call and response things going on where it's like the first like "You ain't welcome back in my heart," which is just like mixed mono in your face type of thing. Mm-hmm. But then you have "There ain't no way around it," and it's like more widespread. There isn't anything that I have directly in the middle of like everything's separated. So it's like a call and response kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think the mixing on this, like it's perfect for the chorus,
You ain't welcome back in my heart. There ain't no way around it.
I smacked the mic a lot harder there. but yeah, you can see what I'm talking about right here.
Ever since you've torn it apart, so just forget about it. You ain't welcome back in my heart. There ain't no way around it.
And then so you hear those like effects that we have too with the pitch formatting that happens. Like, you get that like alien sound. Again, going back to the whole villain mode, I think it just adds like to that like eerie, like aggressive vibe.
Yeah.
And then with specifically that note that I sing for "There ain't no way around it," like that note specifically, I could have sang it differently, like how I did with like, "So just forget about it." But that one change in the note where it's like, just like there's that dissonance. Villain mode, guys, villain mode.
That's music, bro. It's crazy, like how much that slight difference like really changes the feel of it.
It really does. And when I remember the first time that I recorded like the demo for this, like I did it the other way, and it's like having it with that more dissonant note, like it's so much better of a feeling. Well, it conveys that feeling a lot more than what I had before, and so it really is, yeah, it's music, bro. It's music, bro. Another part right here. This is like these little vocal chops going on. And yeah, so vocal chops, I just took like, actually, it's funny because this is a recording from the demo. I didn't re-record. I mean, I re-recorded the song, but that part of the demo that I had like chopped up, because this is still in the demo, which you'll hear later. I just kept it and just pitched it up to fit the key of the song, because I think it was executed perfectly, though, like those chops and like the pitch formatting of it and things like that. And I didn't want to lose what I had made and try to recreate it differently. Like I think it was perfect as is.
Yeah, no, there's like, it's hard to explain, but like sometimes you really can't get it the exact same way that like you did on the demo. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just better to use that vocal.
Right.
Like just because that's exactly what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that before with Pawn. I think we might have mentioned it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure that like I didn't re-record anything. I recorded like I had recorded that stuff on Pawn for months. It was just sitting on there, and I decided to not re-record it because in the moment it was the emotion and like the way that I sang it. Like I knew that if I re-recorded it, it wouldn't have been the exact, like it wouldn't have hit as it did in the original recording. And so yeah. Now, some other parts of this song, of the vocals, that I think are really, really cool. Specifically in the second verse, I think, kind of popped off on some of these harmonies and effects. I think they're really dope. So let's give it a listen real quick.
Ooh, how could you play me after everything I've done for you? Somehow you blame me when you betrayed me. So save your sorry since you've had.
So yeah, you hear those harmonies, obviously, like, singing those chords. I tend to do that a lot. But the whole like stacking those notes on the like me, like that. And then with like the formatting at the end of that too, just bring it up to transition into the next portion. When I thought of that, I was like, this is dope.
Yeah,
this is dope.
Sick. That's sick.
Thank you. And so after that, you hear as well, like there's Oz in the background going on.
I won't let you fool me twice. You can leave with all your lies. Goodbye.
And then those echoes too.
I hope you get what you like. And in the end, it still doesn't suffice.
And then there's that like lower like octaves like suffice to like emphasize those parts.
Yeah.
And there's like some of that in other parts of the song as well. But yeah, the vocal effects on this song were fun to do because not that I never do it, but it's like I don't usually do it, and I felt like this song I had a lot of opportunities to really kind of mess around with those vocal effects.
Yeah. Kudos to you for doing that and switching it up with the mixing and everything. I think that one thing that I really do like about your music is how you mix in like the harmonies and stuff. Like I think it always like your vocals sound so crisp.
Thank you.
They sound so crisp.
Thank you.
You know.
Try my best. I try my best. But yeah, guys, that is the production of Back in My Heart. And so I will show you that dreaded demo. So the original idea for the song, well, I mean, the idea remained the same in terms of lyrics. But like the way I wanted to do it, low-key actually got some inspiration from you because you've been messing around with a lot of like the heavy autotune stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of messing around, playing with it. And I only had put on autotune so that I can do just a recording and not have to manually pitch correct and just like see how it sounds like and mix it with just like a fast autotune before I go in and take the time to do the manual pitch correction.
Right.
Because that takes time. And if you don't even like the recording to begin with, then what's the point of manually pitch correcting? So I used, FL Studio's pitcher to like, automatically autotune stuff.
Yeah.
But I messed around with some distortion, some heavy autotune, and then there's like I think I felt like it sounded really cool and interesting and different, than any other thing that I've like kind of heard, and I was vibing with it.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, like it makes it harder to understand the lyrics. And it definitely could be annoying for some people. My dad hated how it sounded. Like he felt like it was so annoying. Like he didn't want to keep listening to it. So
Dang.
yeah. No, my dad really did not like it at all. But yeah. So this is like, this is the demo. And so this was the direction I originally had, but we switched it up. It's still the same song,
Right.
but just different mixing and recording and key. By the way, key is a different thing too. Before I play it, one more thing. I also sang this in falsetto. So it's like, it was like, I was thinking of a like Childish Gambino, Redbone kind of vibe, with this. And so, yeah. Let's give that demo a real quick listen for you guys. So you can have a hear. What is hearsay? I was about to say hearsay. That definitely is like something with the court, with the law.
That is not. Yeah, hearsay is not what you were.
Yeah, right. My fault, guys. Let's give a listen to this demo. Woo! And yeah, so I mean, you can even hear there's like some differences I didn't mention, as in like the tempo is different.
Yeah.
Some of the lyrics are different. As well as like the mixing is different. But then again, this was a demo, so like obviously the mixing is going to be different. But yeah, so that's the demo. Still feel like I like listening to this now. I still feel like it's really cool. I really like the uniqueness of it. I feel like this is pretty cool. But again, I do see like how it could be harder to listen to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah, I heard because I remember when I heard the demo, it was in the car, and so like I also couldn't tell like, is that why I'm not able to hear the lyrics fully?
Yeah,
like that plays a part.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But I'm curious as to like how this demo would sound at the quicker tempo, because I like the quicker tempo of the actual version.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I have messed around with like the tempo of this version. I have an app on my phone called like Music Speed Changer or something like that, and so like sometimes I'll do that, mess around with that. The reason why I got it is because like if you record slow motion footage and you want to lip sync to it, you have to slow down the song, or no, you have to speed up the song. Yeah. So that when you slow down the footage, you're on the same tempo, and so I've used that app for that to like slow it and speed it at certain percentages, but I haven't done that in a while, so I kind of just use the app now to just make pseudo sped up versions of songs, my own songs, exactly, just for the fun of it. Yeah, and it did sound better, like at a faster tempo, but regardless, there's still the whole problem of the mixing and all that, But yeah, so there's a demo, and there's a song, guys. I mean,
that's it.
This is a cool song. I think it's a cool song. I think the cover art's really cool. I'm excited for the next episode. I mean, I'm excited for every episode, obviously. But like next episode's cool because the cover art's cool. You haven't seen the cover art.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so cover
Let's save the reveal for that episode.
Right, yeah, definitely. So there's cover art and then there's lyrics, and we'll dive into lyrics as well. But
let's do it.
So yeah, if you guys want early access to my latest releases, because I release a song every month on the 25th, you can join my email list down below, and you'll get early access before anybody else hears these songs, and as well as other exclusive things that might pop up and things like that. And so feel free to join the list down below. What time is it, bro? Quote of the week.
Oh, it's time.
All right, my quote is from somebody called Philip Graham. He has this podcast called Next Level Facebook Ads. And I, as you may know from other episodes that we talked about, I love the whole business aspect. Oh, shoot. I smacked this with my headphones on accident. I love the whole business aspect of being a musician, right? I'm really, I'm really into learning how to build and grow my business. Because that is like fun for me, right? And so Facebook ads is something that I have been implementing a little bit more. I implemented it before in the past as well, but I'm doing it again, implementing it differently this time, and really trying to understand it. And so this guy has a great podcast. Really quickly has become one of my other favorite podcasts. I'm not gonna lie with you. And I just found this podcast too. So shout out Philip Graham. Seems like a cool guy from what I know so far, from what I've heard. But he says, ABT, always be testing, right? And so when he's running ads, right, one of the biggest things I learned is that when you run ads, you want to test your ads constantly against other alternatives that your ad could have, right? So if you have, your ad creative, you want to make sure that you're testing that ad creative against a different creative, but keeping everything else the same in terms of the targeting, the caption, all that, so that you can really make sure that you're honing in on which ad is performing the best. Because obviously, if you have a better performing ad, it's cheaper, you reach more people, you get your message out there, and you grow your business. And so that's something that I feel like was a huge eye-opening thing that I had learned from Philip Graham. So shout out that guy. But yeah, that's what I've been learning a lot, and I'm excited about it, for real.
ABT, always be testing.
On God.
All right, noted. My quote of the week actually comes from somebody that you use for your quotes quite often, Alex Hormozy.
Yeah, that guy's got some good quotes, not gonna lie.
He be quoting it up, man. And so the quote is, feeling like you don't belong is the price of ambition. And I think like that makes sense because I think ambition is like reaching for something further than is like normal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or reaching for something that seems bigger than no what I said. Yeah. So
Yeah.
then that and so therefore then you wouldn't be grouped in with you would feel like you didn't belong. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I like that. And I feel like not that I feel like I don't belong, I definitely feel like when it comes to my friends and family, it's a very loving environment,
Yes.
But I think it's not necessarily that aspect of like not feeling I belong, but more so it's like we're going definitely in a route that has no path paved out for us,
Yeah.
And so it's a lot harder to know if we're doing the things that we should be doing.
Yeah.
And so, right, like not belonging in the sense of like not doing what is normal, I
Right.
guess,
Right.
quote unquote normal.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I'm with that.
resonate with that. I vibe with that.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Do you vibe with it? If you vibe with it, if you vibe with Pres, you vibe with me, maybe you should rate this podcast
Maybe
5 stars, possibly on Spotify.
if you feel like it.
If you feel like it. We did get another 5-star review the other day, and that made my day. So if you guys want to make my day again, feel free to rate this podcast 5 stars on Spotify. Appreciate you all so much. It's been Adriel Rivera, and he's been Pres.
I have.
And we make music in my shed.